This is right. I should have much more Lunar Tears. Oh, and we got some wilted ones. Let's see here. Only two. Oh, they made it hard for the to plant more, huh? Alright, wow, two each. Okay. Let's plant them now since they take a bit longer. To grow and die. Or wilt. Actually, is that a good idea? No, it wasn't. Hold on. Let's try this again. So I actually have more Lunar Tears now, and because what I did was, after I ended stream for cultivating, because I was supposed to leave yesterday morning, as soon as I ended stream, my buddy that was supposed to pick me up, had texted me saying that he just woke up, and, was like, you know, got a shower and stuff like that, so give me about an hour. So I was like, okay, well, I didn't want to start up stream again, and you guys already know what the heck I was doing, so I just, you know, replanted some flowers and got more Lunar Tears. Anyways, let's see. Slot. I got a total of 4, right? Same. Oh! I got less. Huh, so that works differently. Well then, I'll just try it again. Maybe I can get 5 or something. Okay, so the amount of seeds you get is different. Or can be different. Okay, better. I'm so picky. Let's move the time forward and see if the others will wilt. I wonder if they will wilt. Because the white ones seem to take longer to wilt. I actually tried to look it up, and no one really mentions that white moonflowers take longer to wilt, but it seems to be the case. Oh, sweet. They all wilted. Cool. None of them are too bad, are they? Okay, yeah, harvestable. Hopefully all the whites give me at least 2. I don't think I'll have enough to plant a whole field, which is what I hoped, but alright, I'll give it 2 each. Let's go and save this to the first slot. Actually, I gotta change the time back again. At 12, we're very, very close to a full plot. But that's fine. But I have to give away 10. So let's go ahead and do a pink peach pink. Maybe we can turn get another Lunar Tear here. Although I'm not gonna try the save and reload trick really for it. Or not save, yeah. Whatever. Plenty of White Moonflowers. I will do it, only to make sure they actually all become Lunar Tears. Well, not all, but all the white seeds. They don't change color for any weird reason. Awesome. Look at that. These are fine. Okay, that's all I need to see. Okay, time to move on with the clock. Oh, actually, let's also check some of the harvest points. Which I see almost none of. Wow. Oh, there's one. That's it. Okay. I'll water it, right?
Yona?
Oh, hey.
How are you feeling?
Better, now that I'm taking the medicine you brought.
Good.
By the way, are you gonna stay here today?
Is there a reason why I can't?
You bet.
Really? You'll stay with me? Really?
Yeah, Yona. I'll stay.
Yay!
Now get back to bed.
Okay.
Or maybe the option is so that you, if you don't stay, then you don't progress the story, maybe. I hear a voice. I squint and see a boy standing before me. His hair is silver, his skin is pale, and he stares up at me with hard, glassy eyes. Soon his lips begin to move, but no sound comes out. What is he saying? I can't hear him. I can't hear him, I can't hear him, I can't hear him, I can't. I try to leave, but something about the boy holds my gaze. I watch his face, expressionless, as his lips slowly flutter. What is he trying to say? Wait, it's a phrase. I can almost make it out. It starts with an S. Then there's an E. I can almost see it now. The letters begin to fall together, one after the other, faster and faster. Sealed verse. It's a sealed verse. Thing I am looking for. The key to saving my sister. I stare at the boy with renewed ferocity, trying desperately to make out his next word. Dream. Dream? What the hell does that mean? The lips move again, faster now. I can't follow them. Damn it, I can't make it out. I want to scream. I want to hear the walls. I want to tear the walls down around me. But instead I force myself to be calm. I can do this. I can do it for Yona. Slowly, ever so slowly, I parse out the letters that make up his final words. Forest of Myth.
Just a dream. Even in my dreams, I'm hunting sealed verses.
Morning.
Morning, Yona.
What's wrong? Are you feeling sick too?
No, I had a strange dream.
What was it about?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Because I had a dream too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Me and this boy were playing a game together.
What kind of game?
It was called Guess the Words. I think he made it up because I never heard of it before.
How did it work?
The boy would move his mouth, but no words would come out. Then I had to guess what he was trying to say. It was hard. I wanted to play hide and seek, but we had to play his dumb game instead.
So what did he say?
I don't know. All I could figure out was dream and forest of myth. But don't worry, I'm gonna study hard so that next time I can figure out everything. We should play a game together sometime too.
Sure, Yona.
And quest.
Did somebody order a watermelon?
Yay! You're the best.
Anything else you need?
Actually, I need a pumpkin.
All right then. One pumpkin coming right up.
Did you find my pumpkin yet?
Something troubling you, lad?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Come on, I need to go ask Popola something.
Your Yona certainly has some eccentric tastes.
She's always been that way. But if that's what she wants, that's what I'll get.
Being an older brother appears to be a difficult job.
I just need to see her smile. Then it's all worth it.
Just herb. Anything new to say?
Young people always drive themselves full.
Anything new to say?
I'm coming to see you today.
Man, you have been saying that for days now, buddy.
What's up, Popola?
Oh, hi. I just got a strange letter in the mail.
Okay.
That is certainly one bizarre piece of
Who's it from?
The mayor of a small village in the Forest of Myth. It's a wooded area up north.
The Forest of Myth?
They're usually a bright and cheerful group of people. Something like this is very out of character for them. I have a bad feeling about this.
I'll check it out.
You will? But...
Don't worry about it. I've got business there anyway.
Oh, well, alright. Thank you.
Forest of Myth. Trophy room.
What is the purpose of this place?
Beats me. Maybe it's Popola's hobby corner. What's that?
It resembles the shade we saw in the lost shrine.
We saw this cube back in the Baron Temple.
Perhaps the Prince of Facade gave it to Popola as a gift?
It's that lizard thing we fought in the area. Who would make a figure of that anyway? And what is it doing here? This is from the junk heap.
For a decoration, it's certainly in poor taste.
When I was thinking about making a grimoire NieR, I think it had a lot to do with this trophy room. I don't remember exactly what the idea was. See something? Nothing. Darn. Alright, let's go back to Seafront real quick to see if there's anything new. Oh, actually, I guess I should check with Demola, which doesn't look like, based on the map, she has anything new. I keep forgetting I should check with the weapon guy in Seafront. I think he had the same weapons as the one in this village, but just want to make sure. Just a shade, Hey, Tiny? There she is. Hey, Luna. How you doing? That's a close one. I don't know how much damage you can do to me now, but I know you shouldn't one-shot me anymore. The sword, what were you doing? Working out? Or just been moving around a lot? Complex machine. Ooh, I don't know. Ooh, plus 6%. That's great. Martial arts. What does that do? I would think physical strength is attack power, but the attack power's there, so maybe it's just resistance. This guard resistance, this guard breaks have physical strength is just like maybe defense. So what did you eat today? Also, how's Bella doing?
Care for some imported fruits and veg?
You have to have pumpkins. I see it like right there. How do you not have pumpkins? Like, I see it right
Thanks
there.
for your business.
What kind of sham business are you running? Oh, wow. Three to 4 hours. Is it a dance routine, or were you trying to learn a specific dance? Let's see, definitely black pearls. Black pearls. Fish. That's probably it. I should go visit. Okay, I mean, she's passed away, but I should go check out the lighthouse. Oh, I see a quest. Oh, I see. You were streaming dancing? Oh, wow. Were you playing a dance game? Or were you learning a dance routine? Hope you ate some food for recovery. Dance game. Which one? Just Dance, there's DDR, there's a Dance Revolution, I think that's the one on Xbox. I'm sure there's like a million more, I just don't know them all. Just Dance 2019, okay.
Hey, you gotta help me out here. You just gotta. I'm having serious girl trouble. See, there's this girl that I'm pretty wild for, so I asked her out. But she won't even consider it unless I take her to a really nice restaurant.
That seems rather demanding.
It does.
She really appreciates the finer things in life. First-class places for a first-class lady. She's so cool.
Everyone has their own tastes, I guess.
On the first date, though? I mean, no, I guess that's usually an option, but still. To say that that's a requirement. Well, that's fine. Hopefully you drink a lot of water then. You didn't tell me anything.
I tell you, there isn't another girl out there as high class as mine.
Okay. I didn't. Make sure you get some protein and some carbohydrates. Not a lot, you know. Just stuff for recovery.
My weapons may not be the latest in...
Okay. So you
Thank you much.
Stuff. Alright, I see no new. Let's go to facade. How long did you play for? 2 hours? I would assume you played for a few hours if you're like super sore. Cool. Sounds about right. That would have been my guess. I got water. Ah, nice. Who is your character? Who is Bella's character? I assume there's a particular one you guys like to normally main. Oh, wow.
Are you alright, lad?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You have lost health. You must be more careful.
Cool. I'm pretty sure I know who that is. Ooh, a letter. Poor Youngman just wants NieR at home. Kinda long? I just got back home about an hour ago now from LA. Come on. Got up at 7:30. Went to get breakfast. Had trouble finding the place because they relocated, and we were confused as to whether we were in the right area because it was a very Japanese-looking place, and the place we were going for was they specialize in pancakes. But it turns out we were in the right place, and what it is in the daytime, it's basically a different restaurant than at night. So breakfast at the Griddle, that's what it's called, and then we took a nap because we were gonna visit our friend's store in Northridge, but he didn't open until 11, and it was 9:30 by the time we were done. And so we took a nap, and then we went to Northridge to visit his store. Then we went to 76 Degree in Sun Valley for lunch, for pizza. And then drove 5 hours the rest of the way home. We got home around got home around 9. scorpions on the map. Did I push circle to do that? So I normally just do that by accident. Yeah, my raid group, they're mostly PC players, so they're usually playing amongst themselves. Every so often I'll say, you know, I can raid, but because they're in multiple PC groups and they have so many people to play with that they don't see it, and I end up hopping on for no reason. So does that mean, I mean, you need 6 people to raid, so does he actually have a raid group, or is it just him looking for a group? Let's go to the grocery store. Of course. I mean, now the game's pretty much free up to a certain point now. Pumpkin. Wish I'd known that before. I see.
The space between my pages feels crunchy.
I'd give anything to jump into some water right about now.
Despite your inability to swim, are you mad?
It was a joke, Vice. Sheesh.
I like that's brought up in conversation that he can't swim, because that would have been the comment I would have thought about. It's like, what do you mean jump in water? You can't swim, right? It's established you can't swim. Oh, hey.
I'm sorry. Is this a bad time?
An honest answer befitting of a king.
Vice, let's get going.
I've never seen that scene. Hey man,
preparing to restructure their entire society. Yet the king is preoccupied with wooing some girl.
Yeah, did you see how happy Fira looked?
Of course not. Wearing that infernal mask.
That's a good point.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I've never seen that short little scene before, but that's it's nice that that's actually in there. Okay, I don't think there's any quests here. What did she say about the kids?
そどたちといちちいたぐらかれて去りたんぜ。
イヤリサ公より。
そら、県警じゃ言わず来てる。
なら県警、立ち来てあこと、やりすいってよ。
Everything's like the same shade, so it throws me off. Sometimes I think I'm about to jump on a road and it's sand. They kinda ought to kill it. Jeez. Yeah, it is pushing circle. Well, lizard, there you are.
I got your pumpkin, Yona.
Thanks.
You've sure been eating a lot lately.
Oh, I'm not eating them.
You're not?
Ta-da! Here you go. I made it all by myself.
Is this a cake?
Yep. Popola taught me how to bake one. I made it for you in secret.
Wow, Yona. This is... well, it's a surprise for sure.
Come on, try it, try it.
Yeah, this is so good.
Yay! You're always super busy, so I wanted to make you something to help keep up your strength.
That's really sweet of you, Yona. Thank you.
She can't cook.
Sure. Actually, I made like 7 cakes, so there's tons of leftovers.
The life of an elder sibling continues to be a trying experience.
You're telling me.
Okay.
We should play a game together sometime too.
49% complete quest. It's possible that's it for the first half. I could be wrong. You know, I'm gonna look up a list. I think that really is. Let's see. Oh no, I'm missing one, I think. What am I missing? Maybe it's this one here. Oh, nope, that's not it. I have that one. Oh, okay, it's this one. Oh, it's that guy. That didn't tell me anything, so I was supposed to talk to him a few times. let's get that out of the way, since that's the last one to do for part 1. It's a good time for me to always check the beach too. So, spawn points here.
The black squalls in our village now.
Manor in the corner of the southern.
Damn shade, man. Well, at least you're killing this freaking annoying eater. Kinda you're fighting it? Alright.
Hey, guess what? I went shopping with my girl a little while back.
You mean the one who only goes to super expensive places?
That's her, all right. Anyway, there was this nice accessory that I thought would look great on her and didn't cost much, so I bought it for her. But she refused to take it. She said she doesn't wear cheap accessories.
Well, that's not too surprising.
Yeah, I should have known better than to try and impress her with such shabby flim-flam. Next time, I'll get something high class all the way. It'll cost twice my yearly salary. No, 3 times!
Jeez.
Are you certain this woman even cares for you?
Of course she does.
You humans certainly have complex and exhausting mating rituals.
So hard to see.
Hey, I heard you can get inside Facade, right?
Sure, but...
Oh, perfect! Listen, there's something there that you have to get for me. My girl wants a new accessory, but it has to be made from this really rare ore that they carry in Facade's Strange Things store. So next time you're there, could you buy some for me? I think it's called fluorite. Please?
I mean, I guess.
Oh, thank you! This is fantastic!
Such affection. This man has clearly been entranced by his lover.
Seems to me like he's being played.
Whatever do you mean?
You know, this may be one of those things a magic book just can't understand.
Ridiculous. There is nothing beyond my knowledge.
If you say so.
It's funny because usually NieR is the naive one. Damn shade, man. Don't care. Don't you fight him, Kaine. No, don't fight him. Oh, you subscribed with Prime, right, Luna? Oh no, you did it with the other account. I was gonna say you can continue to use my emotes. Not that there's much for you to use them for. Oh, have you changed your password, by the way, with the whole Twitch leak thing? I should do that. No real rush to do it, though. Oh, you. Did it to yourself. You did it to yourself. There you are.
Hey, do you have any fluorite for sale?
苦剣ことリスカレていておで来てたいんぜ。
Oh, I see.
イーラと近電とそってるさキレケンザ。チレソトザデュシケンキ。
Well, we've come this far. Might as well finish the job.
Oh, so everything is... Oh. Excuse me. Ah, see? I knew they were bats. Whoa. Hold on. Arc resistance, wall resistance. Sure, physical defense. So there's physical defense. Looks like it's physical strength. Guard resistance. Wait, is that what I just got though? No, it's not sure is what I got. Ah, I see. Where I need to go with. Very temple, yep. What was that? couldn't read the freaking item because it's so bright. I highly doubt that's what it was. Leather gloves. That's what it was. Oh. There it is. Huh. Did I just pass by it? Or is it like something that's respawnable? Because if it is... Huh. Oh, it is something. It must be something that respawns. I'll try to see if I can get it for you. I don't remember that being something difficult to get, so... I just remember the Eagle Egg and Forlorn necklaces.
Sand.
Take care before all your health is lost.
Shortcut back here, it looks like I can. Sweet. my god. I hate rogues. I probably don't need to talk to the guy anymore, but I wonder if there's any new dialogue.
Sarasaro.
Yeah.
It appears to be out of service.
barely see that. Pearl. Regular pearl.
Here's that ore you wanted.
Oh, thank you! Now maybe my girl will let me hold her hand.
What?
Here's the money for the material and a little extra for your time.
Huh? Oh, hold on. This is way too much.
Are you kidding? That's what fluorite costs you on the open market. I only threw in a few coins for your trouble.
It's really that expensive?
Hey, I learned my lesson last time. From now on, it's nothing but the best for my girl.
The human soul is an unfathomable thing indeed.
You got that right.
Do you think it possible that this man is being deceived by his lover?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Then we shall inform him at once.
Yeah, probably better if we don't.
What's this? Have you finally found someone you are unwilling to aid?
Look, relationships are messy, and sometimes you can't always understand what's going on between a couple.
There is nothing in this world that Grimoire Weiss cannot understand.
Yeah.
Well, I guess let's just see what else he has to say, if anything. But probably nothing important.
I tell you, there isn't another girl out there as high class as mine.
Alright. That should be the last side quest of Part 1. Alright, onwards with the plot. HP cost minus 6%. Home. Magic defense plus 2. Oh, Diva. Magic power plus 2.
It sure is quiet here.
Such silence bodes ill. There's trouble on the way. I'm certain of it.
That's kind of.
You know, a little optimism now and then wouldn't hurt, Vice.
Such cheek.
What do you mean?
Contagious. Words. Those who dream.
Those who dream?
Hold a moment. There is a strange new sensation in my mind.
Vice's voice rose in a quizzical way.
It is not quizzical.
What's going on?
The villager's body shuddered as he slowly opened his eyes.
Perhaps we should start by asking this man.
Who are you?
We heard something happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help.
The mayor stared at NieR and Vice.
If you can speak to me, I must have caught you in my dream.
In your dream?
The mayor explained. In the past weeks, a mysterious disease called the Death Dream had spread across the forest of myth. Those who caught it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within the world of their own dreams. The village mayor had determined the Death Dream was spread from person to person by spoken words, but before he could learn more, the disease took him as well. Vice stared at the mayor, his mouth twitching slightly.
Now see here. Are you saying that we have been absorbed into your dream?
Well, yes. I think you have.
In other words, we've caught the Death Dream?
Before the mayor could confirm NieR's suspicion, Vice exploded with rage.
Ridiculous! Preposterous! Completely unfathomable on every conceivable level. I don't even recall falling asleep.
That's just how the Death Dream works.
Though polite, the mayor was clearly trying to brush aside the book's remarks.
My remarks are not to be brushed aside, fool.
The mayor twisted his mouth into an embarrassed grimace, then quickly changed the subject to who NieR had seen and what they had discussed since coming to the village.
Something there must have caused you to enter my dream. A certain conversation, a specific word, something.
NieR and Vice racked their brains, but could find no easy solutions. There were simply too many words to consider. Too much random chatter, too many meaningless conversations.
Grimoire Vice does not engage in meaningless conversations.
The mere suggestion that Vice chose his words carelessly seemed to sting his pride.
It does not seem to sting my pride, you bloated gasbag of a narrator. It has demolished it utterly.
Irritated, Vice looked skyward as if searching for answers in the heavens.
I was doing no such thing. Just leave me alone already.
The anger created by his harsh words bled over to NieR like a contagion. Wait, said NieR suddenly. Did someone just say contagion? Yes, I believe so. What of it? Well, that villager told us to watch our contagious words, right? The mayor leaned forward with renewed interest, pushing a startled Vice aside in the process. You must have said something, right? Asked the mayor. Some specific combination of words? What was it? It was about dreaming, or something that dreams, or... Oh, what the hell was it? A sheep? Cried Vice suddenly, blurting out the first thing that popped into his head. The others stared at him for a moment before slowly shaking their heads. After a few more minutes of thought, NieR's face suddenly lit up. I remember, he said. Those who dream. That's what he said. I'm sure of it. At this, the mayor produced a thick sheaf of papers from his pocket. He flipped through them a few times before finally nodding his approval at NieR. That sounds right, he said, as a stray sheet of paper fluttered to the ground. My notes also mentioned something about that. I bet it was the last thing you heard before you fell asleep. The mayor shook his head, his worn pencil stub tracing lines across a lone piece of paper. For the last month, I've done nothing but study the disease we call the Death Dream, he said. I mean, I'm the mayor, right? It's my job to protect people from whatever comes along. But I never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams. The mayor paused, a grimace crossing his face. I should probably be taking notes or something. Vice immediately fired back. I applaud the force of will it takes to research a disease in your dreams, he said. But perhaps we should bend your efforts to escape this place instead of trying to understand it. The mayor's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping off the tip. I've tried to escape. From the very first moment I realized I was locked inside my own dream. I've been looking for a way out, but I don't think it exists. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there was an exit, I'd know about it. He paused for a moment, his unfocused eyes staring at nothing. My village was beautiful, he said to no one in particular, and it was filled with the most wonderful people you could ever hope to meet. But once this disease took hold, things changed. It's like someone took a sponge and soaked all the color out of our lives. I just want us to be whole again. I want us to be free. And I won't stop trying until it happens. NieR nodded in agreement. Huh? Wait a second. I didn't nod? Look, if it could be of any help, said NieR, just ask. Now hold on. I did not just say that. The arguing with the narrator is hilarious. Silence, cried Weiss. The Grimoire looked from NieR to the mayor and back again, his face filling with confidence. Grimoire Weiss's face is always confident, thank you very much. Now see here, Mayor, you told us that nothing can exist in the stream without your knowing of it. But yet you seem surprised to see us when we first arrived, yes? The mayor slowly raised his head, realization dawning on his face. Oh my god, he said. You're right. You're right. I had no idea you were coming. The human imagination is a limitless engine, said Weiss, and dreams are the field. If you can find an exit, if you can imagine an exit, then it must be so. With your permission, we shall search it out. Thank you, said the mayor. I don't know how I can repay you. Payment is not required. We are as eager as you to be done with this place. The mayor suddenly felt as if he could breathe again. He'd almost forgotten what it was like. Good luck, you two, he called at the departing forms of NieR and Weiss. We're all counting on you. I think this is a word puzzle, if I remember right. I remember in part 2 it is. I'm not sure about this part. As NieR slowly faded into the misty forest, the mayor was struck by a sense of deja vu. I saw this man once before, he thought, but where? NieR's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. Hours earlier, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he'd been confident they could get in, find the exit, and be home in time for dinner. But the deeper they went, the more the forest closed in around him. The mist made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction, and moss-covered rocks seemed determined to twist his ankle. More than once he'd been forced to steady himself on the rough bark of a tree, and his hands now left small trails of blood on everything he touched. Additionally, Weiss was proven to be a spectacularly poor traveling companion. Unhindered by either terrain or physical effort, he spent most of his time urging NieR to pick up the pace and grumbling about their slow progress. Finally, after Weiss muttered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment, NieR snapped. Okay, Weiss, cram it for a second, would you? You don't have to walk. NieR leaned against the tree and tried to stretch the knots from his back. How can this stupid forest be so big, he muttered to himself. The moment the words tumbled from his mouth, a cacophony of insects sprang to life. Every imaginable form of buzz, click, and hiss roared out at a volume that rattled his teeth. NieR slapped his hands over his ears and screamed to be heard. Weiss, what's going on? NieR could see Weiss's mouth moving, but he might as well have been shouting in a tornado. The insects screamed, the forest howled, and then, just as NieR's ears seemed ready to tear from his head and go running for cover, the sound diminished. Hesitantly, he removed the hand from his left ear and listened to the creatures of the woods. I'm not good at making sounds. Yeah. So many sounds. As the insect symphony dimmed another decibel, NieR began to detect patterns in the sound. This isn't random, he thought. It's not just white noise, it's something else. The insects weren't just calling out, they were asking a question. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous, what is it? By my pages, is this a riddle? I guess so. I mean, it feels sort of forced, but maybe it's the key to getting out of this place. I leave it to you to answer. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous, what is it? Two of this ideal, the other is dangerous. I guess a seesaw. Something that's ideal with 2 people but dangerous with 3. Oh, it's a seesaw. Vice's mouth flew open, but before he could say anything, the world suddenly shifted. More things. When NieR came to, he was once again surrounded by the sounds of insects. The cries of the insects were creating words he had heard somewhere before. One with it. Oh, okay. We're back to this then. Alright, so I guess this is a secret? Being with it is dangerous? Inwardly furious that Vice left the task to him, NieR's side and gave the only answer that made sense. It's a secret, right? The sound of the insects stopped as suddenly as it began. The forest undergrowth parted before NieR like a rippling wave, opening a new path. These forest anthropods are making a road for us, said Vice with glee. Pleased at passing the test, NieR moved on with new intensity. The path offered his body relief from the undergrowth, but gave even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on a path, their journey had a purpose. I guess the forest has accepted us, huh? Said NieR after a bit. Vice spun around to face his companion. Do not mistake the will of this forest for some happy pet you suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. Oh, I have no more water. As Vice finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, NieR picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. Good heavens, said Vice. His surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck the surface of the water, a musical note rang out. When the rock suddenly stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind came together to form words. I enter through the window but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? That would be the sun, right? Absurdly easy, barked Vice. Now answer it. NieR grit his teeth and tried not to reach out and strangle his companion. He's right after all. This one is pretty easy. I enter through the window but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Sunlight. A plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight filtered through the trees and reflected off the plume, creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. In all my years, said Vice softly, I've never seen such a sight. Perhaps I have misunderstood the intentions of this place. Hey, look, cried NieR, awaking Vice from his daze. This is a house or something over there. Glancing in the direction of his friend's extended hand, Vice saw a small cottage nestled among the trees. That's weird, isn't it, Vice? I mean, who would build a house all the way out here? NieR walked over and pounded on the door. After a minute of solid banging, the door cracked open and a small man peered out. His body was cloaked from neck to toe in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Began NieR, but before he could get any further, the cloaked man held a hand up and began speaking. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but the end of night with 3. What am I? Oh, a man. This is the Egyptian Sphinx riddle. Everyone knows this one. NieR tried to ask the cloaked man who he was and what he was doing, but he simply repeated the question. This man. If we wish to engage this man in conversation, said Vice, it seems we must answer this riddle. Yeah, I suppose, said NieR, but at least it's an easy one. 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? A man. The mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke a single word. Correct. With that, the man flung his garment aside, revealing his true identity. You're the mayor, cried NieR. The man slowly shook his head. I am not the mayor you know. Now listen to my words. Long ago I saw a version of you that was not yourself. Sorry, what's that mean? It will make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the Death Tree. Now you must go to the person at the forest entrance. With that, the man turned on his heel and slammed the door behind him. As NieR watched, mist leaped up from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. When NieR and Vice returned to the forest entrance, they found the mayor leaning against the tree. As soon as he caught the sight of the duo, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to them. Good gravy, he cried. You made it. You actually made it back. His left hand grasped NieR's and pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge the socket, while his right seized Vice by the cover and swung him through the air. Gah! By the heavens, stop shaking me, fool. We have not even told you we were successful or not. The mayor smiled broadly and shook his head. I'm just happy you're alive. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. NieR withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. We broke the Death Dream seal, he said. At least, I think we did. Leave this there. The mayor's face beamed as NieR filled him in on the details. When the tale was done, the three of them laid down on the forest ground and fell asleep. NieR cocked his head. Okay, hang on a second. This is crazy. Why would we just lay down and go to sleep? Cease your endless prattle and go to sleep, fool. Fighting against the rules of this place is futility itself. NieR and the mayor obediently reclined atop the grassy earth. Have you forgotten, continued Vice, it is words that control the Death Dream. Words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unnatural they seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the words tell us to sleep, then sleep we shall. And once we do, the story will continue. With that, the trio found their eyes growing heavy, their breath slowing. This is the first time, began the mayor, the first time I felt tired since I was imprisoned here. His words were cut off by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. They might have slept for an hour or a year. When they awoke, things had a slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves greener. It was clear that they had awakened from their dream. NieR shook the mayor's shoulder gently. Good news, he said. I think we made it. Oh wow, said the mayor in an awed voice. We did. I'm back. He blinked once and then again, as if not quite believing the sight before him. You two have no idea how much this means. The Death Dream was spreading through our village and I wanted to. Well, I thought I could figure out how to stop it, but I guess that wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and become trapped in my own dream. The mayor started to stand, then collapsed back to the earth. He stared at his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at NieR and shrugged. Without a word, the young man reached down and pulled the mayor to his feet. Real life may take some getting used to, said the mayor as a wry smile crossed his lips. You shall relearn in short order, I am sure, said Vice. For now, you should return to your home and rest. No, said the mayor, swaying on unsteady feet. No, I can't. Some of the villagers are still trapped in the Death Dream. I have to save them. The mayor slowly made his way to the divine tree in the center of the village, then bowed his head and prayed silently. This is the holy tree, he explained when the prayer was finished. It's the guardian of our village's history and memories. Superstition will only make our mission harder, muttered Vice. We should not put our faith in the gods. The mayor shook his head. Not the gods, the words. Legend says that our tree is a home to a powerful magic known as the sealed verse. NieR and Vice could not contain their surprise. It seemed the gold had been found in the most unexpected of places. I say, muttered Vice, this is certainly a stroke of luck. As the three of them said their goodbyes, NieR mentioned the strange man who had given them the third riddle and the mysterious words he had left them with. I once saw a version of you that was not yourself, muttered the mayor. What in the world does that mean? Lost in thought, he stared into space for a long moment. You know, he said softly, this is going to sound odd, but I had a feeling I'd seen you before too. NieR tried to keep a straight face and failed, but the mayor didn't seem to notice. Deja vu, right? Anyway, I figure it's just some kind of illusion created by the Death Dream. It probably doesn't mean anything. NieR gave the mayor a nod and smile, but inwardly his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong about the mayor and his words. And what exactly is going on here? That riddle would prove to be the most difficult one of all.
Oh, thank you so much. Now I can finally return to a normal life.
This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
I know. That's why we have to help the other villagers, no matter what.
Obtain Dark Execution.
For a sealed verse, that didn't take much effort.
Yes, all a touch too easy if you ask me. It's almost as if someone was guiding us to this village.
Don't overthink advice.
Save first.
This person must be dreaming too.
It would appear that way, yes.
Can't say I'm very excited to go back there. That dream world sort of creeps me out.
Perhaps you should spend less time complaining and more time getting on with the mission.
Yeah.
Reading time. I breathe air scented with death and resist the urge to laugh, for I know it will sound like the words of a madman. How long have I been in this fresh hell? My box, my prison, is tucked beneath a stairway in the long unused catacombs of some infinite castle. Outside I hear the sounds of a funeral dirge that plays without end. Light has no place here. Wind is a forgotten friend. I pray for death to come, but he forsakes me. Time passes, and eternity slips by in a single tick of the clock. Someone knocks on my prison. Anyone there? I hear an unfamiliar voice say, "My savior." I claw at the door of my jail, embedding thick splinters under my ragged nails. I scream for help. I laugh. I sob. Surely this is a product of my adult mind. Surely it cannot be true. Help me, I cry. For the love of all gods, help me. Impossibly, I hear the sound of a lock being torn out and falling to the floor. As the door slowly creaks open, I have just enough time to see a silver-haired boy in a folding book before the light pours inside. My eyes, accustomed to blackness, explode with pain, and I am forced to turn away. "Who are you?" I ask, shaking hands covering my face. "How have you come to this place?" "I am Grimoire Weiss. This is NieR. Long have we been searching for you. Now come, stand. We shall awaken from this nightmare together." The one known as NieR extends his hand and pulls me from the cell. Though my eyes are slow to adjust to freedom, my ears are keen as ever, and they recognize the staccato sounds of heavy rain. "I never thought to hear that again," I whisper. "Would that this were not such a terrible storm," said Grimoire Weiss. "Look at your feet." I force my eyes open and see water pooling around my ankles and lapping at my shins. There's so much of it. Yes, and more comes each moment we delay. If we do not make good our escape, we shall all drown in this castle. We know you are weak, but you are our only hope to survive this place. Time, that long-forgotten friend, made itself known again. I nodded my head and swore to save my rescuers no matter the cost. The castle catacombs are a maze, twisting upon themselves like the endless entrails of a giant. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed north. At the end of the corridor, I find a row of 20 gorgeous canopied beds resting atop a carpet of velvet. All are covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. Searching for the door to the next room, I come upon a shapeless mass of gray matter. It has been shoved against the side of the wall, and despite my fever, I see the outlines of a door just beyond. When I reach out a finger and touch a piece of the mass, it turns to dust and drifts away on the wind. Realization slowly dawns, and I fall to my knees and weep. Corpses. I face a mountain of charred and crumbling corpses. I look from it to the beds and back again until the horror dawns full upon me. Someone has powered these bodies into a tower and set them ablaze. Whether they were alive or dead, I do not know. My sanity will not permit me to consider the proposition further. I make a sound, whether scream or laughter I cannot be certain. Then my mind grants me merciful blackness, and I find myself opening the door and leaving that most terrible of rooms. I squint down and get the dim corridors. Let's see. Let's go east. I squint down the dim corridors. Go north. Oh my god. Let's go east. North. Wouldn't be south, so let's go east again. At the end of the path, I find myself in a great hall with only the sounds of rain for comfort. The waterlogged red carpet squishes beneath my feet as I approach the center of the room. Once there I behold a beautiful dining table upon which rests china and silver of the finest construction, as well as the remains of a fantastic feast. As my eyes continue to adjust, I see many chairs surrounding the table, each holding a dinner guest. Noticing movement, I approach the chair at the table's head, but as the truth of the matter dawns on me, I recoil in horror. The host of the feast is a corpse, as are all the invited guests. An army of foul, wriggling insects have made homes in the remains, and this is the movement I saw. This once splendid feast was now nothing more than a requiem for the damned. I take a moment to steady my shaking hands and slowly back away from the table. Desperate to lose sight of the abomination before me, my gaze lands on the chairs upon which the dead were seated. This is a mistake, for the chairs prove to be even more terrible than the feast itself. Each one is covered in a layer of spikes that run from the seat, up the back and down the arms. This explains the color of the carpet beneath my feet. I can only pray that the unfortunate diners were dead when the meal began. For if not, it is a simple task to envision the agonized screams that must have sprung forth from their mouths. My mind grasps frantically at the possibility that these souls had committed some terrible crime for which this was punishment. Though in truth I suspect they had committed no crime at all. There would be no tomorrow for these unfortunates. This was their last supper. I squint down the dim corridors and we'll go west again. Let's see. Let's go south. West. And south. And north. The water has risen to my chin and now laps greedily at my mouth and nose. You dumb bastard, shouts NieR. He surely desires to say more, but the rest of his insult is cut short by the rising water. We're more rice, wet and tattered, floats on the water's surface. It is already too late for them. This wasn't how it was supposed to end. I guess I chose terrible decisions there. It's a good thing I saved. Okay. Defense capsule. Go ahead and save that.
This person.
It's
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and try to skip as much of this as possible here. Yeah, see, if you go south, you just go back. I was making sure that was right. So I went north, south goes back. I went east again last time. I guess I can still consider north again. At the end of the path, the waters rise to my waist, exhausting me both physically and spiritually. I pray that this is the way out. Eventually I can stand the sight of the waters no longer, and so turn my eyes upward. Imagine my surprise when I see a series of paintings hanging on a faded plaster wall. Each depicts a person in the prime of life, clad in clothing of the highest quality. The styles, however, are strange to me, leading me to believe that these people had lived long, long ago. One subject wears an outfit that particularly catches my eye. It is constructed of a thin, greasy cloth and decorated with a motif of flowers and birds, while encircling the figure's waist is a leather belt of the most perfect construction. It is a stunning costume even by modern standards. As I gaze at the portrait, I am struck by a desire to touch it with my own hands. Yet as I extend a single finger to the painting, I am gripped by a most unpleasant feeling. Staring closely at the image, I see it bend and warp into the shape of another finger. Something behind the picture is pointing at me. Is it another prisoner? A fellow inmate trapped for eternity in this place? I cannot let it pass, and so I seize the portrait with both hands and throw it into the water. The wall is hollow behind the painting, and inside I can just make out a body. Whether or not this is a prisoner, there would be no rescue. The poor soul is long dead. Scraps of clothing lie on the floor around the bones. Only a small amount of fabric has survived, but it features the same delicate designs that were depicted in the portrait. I have been admiring a row of corpses blocked from view by portraits of each victim at their pinnacle. So many corpses here. Enough shielding my eyes, I paddled forward through the water. I squint down the dim corridors to south. Let's see. Back north. Let's go west. At the end of the path, a row of heavy wooden casks lie on their sides in the dark chamber. Doubtless they are filled with wine. My thirst roars to life. I cannot remember the last time my parched throat had relief. I scramble to the first cask and pull frantically at the cork. The theft of a few cups means nothing, I tell myself. The cask will be ruined by the flood regardless. Finally, the cork surrenders to my attack, and thick red liquid bursts forth from the hole. This is no wine. It is blood still warm from the body. Whether animal or something else, I cannot say. The foul liquid soon mixes with the rising floodwaters, creating a warmth that laps around my thighs. By the gods, are the rest of these casks filled with blood as well? Yeah, probably. I lack the courage to confirm my suspicion. Disgust quickly becomes fear as I turn to flee, but my weakened legs betray me, sending me toppling over into the red ocean below. The smell of death is everywhere. It threatens to consume me. I must escape this hell. Crawling on all fours like an animal, holding back screams lest any foulness enter my mouth, I lurch forward through the red waters and out of the room to freedom. So we can go east. The water has risen to my chin, and now laps greedily at my mouth and nose. Yep, and we're dead again. But that one only gave me the option for east, so... Save.
This person must...
It's...
Can't say... Yeah.
Alright. See north. I go east. Try going west. At the end of the path, row of heavy rain cast go. Alright, this one. East. Let's see. West, east. Before that, north. Ah, okay. Go back to this way. South. Go east again. Okay, this is new. Wait, is it? Sounds of rain. Must there be on a beautiful dining table? Oh, yeah, no, this is not. Let's go north. And I think we're dead. Yep. I need to, like, create a map.
This person must... Can't say I'm very excited to go back. Yeah.
I have a mobile game playing, so that's what I'm doing, by the way. I just have it on auto. So that was north. And then is that south? So it's east again. Or it's east, not again. Let's see. So it's north. sort of done all this. I've gone easy. Yeah. Done this. So, east is where we came from, so west we'll be going back. Well, I'm pretty sure. I guess I'll hope we make it to the front door. I thought I'd get this before already. Break it down, someone cries, and so I give myself to the effort. In tandem with NieR and more advice, I slam my body against a thick, sturdy door. On the third try, it gives away, and we find ourselves sprawled on the ground outside the castle. The storm is in retreat. The clouds above are still dark and foreboding, but to the west I can see a thin shimmer of sunlight trying to break through. How can I thank you? I cry as tears join the rain on my cheeks. I would surely have died before. Looking down, I suddenly notice that my dress is in tatters and sheepishly try to cover my exposed skin. Your dress? Asked Vice. Then you are a woman, madam? I am. I proffer the two a smile. I suppose that comes as something of surprise, seeing as I only exist in the form of words. I can see that the one known as NieR is disappointed that the torn dress will be given no further description, but he hides it well. With a nod and a shrug, the three of us set forth to our awakening. But behind us, an awakening of another kind is taking place. Black smoke fills the abandoned castle, providing the countless damned souls inside with their final shroud. After a moment, the castle's windows shatter with a mighty roar. A fresh breeze blows through the hallways and corridors, clearing the smoke away for good. As we watch in awe, uncountable black shadows slowly flicker to life, crossing to and fro in front of the broken windows. The castle's dead have awakened to their new life, as shades.
You have anything to say about that?
Hopefully there will be no labyrinth next time.
I know, right?
I hear that.
I mean, that was kind of... I mean, personally, I think that is interesting.
Thank you so much for saving me. I never want to have a dream like that again.
I was hoping new materials would spawn. Anyways, go back to save before we go to the next stream. And more reading. Actually, I'll get some water or something before the next reading. So I'll be right back. That's cool. As always. Okay. Next stream. Oh, I need some actually more water. Get ready for the reading. Ah. Chaos.
And another victim. This work certainly is trying.
I figured a book like you would be into all this word stuff, Vice.
I know, right?
Even I have my exceptions. Now let's be off.
A colony of massive sculptures was visible in the distance, their tall forms scraping against the sky. I think that's a grammatical error there. Vice and NieR had never seen such a sight, and their eyes widened as they tried to take it in.
Those buildings must be huge if we can see them from this far away.
Well, it's odd that this part of it is voice acted.
What do you think, Vice?
As Vice considered his answer, the sun beat down on them with renewed ferocity.
Perhaps they are some manner of mirage.
Under this heat, a mirage or two would hardly be an unexpected sight. NieR nodded and wiped the sweat off his brow, leaving a trail of sand in its place. He thought he'd never been so thirsty. Why was there only 2 lines there? That was voice acted. The ancient road on which they walked was black and cracked with age. Here and there, thin wisps of grass pushed up through the rocky surface as if defying those who had laid this material down over their home. The heat reflecting from the road made NieR lightheaded. His feet hurting, he crouched down to rest. I don't know how much longer I can do this. Is someone playing a joke on us or what? The complaining had already begun. Vice tried not to let his eyes roll too much. A joke, he said? No joke. This road leads to the City of Art. Perhaps the path itself is simply some manner of grand artistic work. You don't sound very sure of yourself there. Perhaps not, but thinking of it this way might make it easier for you to bear. NieR glanced at Vice's grinning face, shook his head, and resumed walking. As time passed, NieR's feet grew more painful and his throat drier than he thought possible. He tried not to look further than the next step ahead, because the bright sunlight made him hesitant to trust his own senses. We're definitely getting closer, said Vice in an effort to cheer his companion. Yes, this much is certain. Encouraged, NieR lifted his gaze. Suddenly he stopped walking, choosing instead to stand in the middle of the road with his mouth and eyes wide open and his finger pointing in the distance. Water, he cried. It's water! Water? Asked Vice. Preposterous. I don't see any water. Over there, just ahead of us. Look, the sun is reflecting off it. Without waiting for a response, NieR sprang to life and bounded toward the sight. What in the... There was no water. There was nothing but sand in every direction. NieR closed his eyes and sighed as Vice floated up behind him and chuckled softly. I believe this is known as a mirage, he said. Many a desert traveler has spoken of such things. NieR shook his head, bewildered. Suddenly he pointed off in the distance, his eyes wide once more. Wait, there it is! I just missed it! Look, it's right there! NieR sprinted off again, leaving Vice with no choice but to follow. After a few minutes of running, NieR came to a halt. I could have sworn it was right around here. Confused, he put his hands up to his eyes and rubbed them vigorously. As soon as he stopped, he noticed a blue shimmering pool of clear water just over the next rise. With a shout, he bounded off in search of it. The chase continued for nearly an hour, until an exasperated Vice finally floated up to NieR and struck him in the face with his cover. Enough, you blithering idiot! Stop this at once. There is no water here. NieR's face clouded. There isn't? There is not, and perhaps next time you will listen to me when I tell you so as much. Vice paused for a moment, then continued speaking in a slightly kinder tone. However, I suppose his mad chase was not altogether wasted. It seems we have arrived in the city of art. NieR looked up. Stretched out before him was a row of impossibly tall sculptures. Their journey was at an end. "They're huge!" cried NieR, completely forgetting the heat and pain of the past few hours. "I've never seen anything so big." Each sculpture was formed from roughly the same shape, a tall rectangle that stretched upward toward the sky, but that is where the similarities ended. Most were covered with panes of glass that reflected light in 1,000 directions, while others seemed to be nothing but frames of steel. Some had tall spires on their tops, while others possessed triangular caps. "What kind of city is this?" said NieR. "Where are the people? Where are the houses?" Perhaps this land is intended exclusively for artistic use. The debate continued as they made their way through the city. Miracles of artistry were everywhere. Great iron crates with wheels sat silent on steel rails. Beautifully carved works with lights of red, amber, and green dangled over every stream. As they moved away from the massive sculptures, they found a great array of smaller ones. Some were covered in glass or brick, but many were composed of materials they had never before encountered. The sheer variety of colors and styles was staggering. Unable to find a theme or purpose to the abstract works around them, NieR and Vice eventually fell silent. Oh man, game pros. On the outskirts of the city, they discovered 3 sculptures in the shape of humans. NieR uttered a sigh of relief as he approached them. Finally, I was getting tired of modern art. The 3 statues were indistinguishable except for a single word chiseled into their right arms. One read Alpha, one read Beta, and the final one read Gamma. As NieR moved to touch the nearest statue, a bird flew from the top of one of the sculptures. Alighting on the statue's shoulder, it emitted a brief, beautiful song that took the form of words. "Only one form is real, the others are false. The real form will always speak the truth. The false one will only speak lies." With that, the bird departed. As if on cue, the 3 statues shuddered to life, acquiring color and form as they began to breathe. "Hey, look at that," said NieR. "They're alive." The triplets bowed low before NieR. "Please," said Alpha, "you have to get me out of this nightmare. I am real." "Stop lying," said Beta. He turned to NieR and threw his hands in the air. "Alpha is a fake, you know. I'm the real one." "What a load of crap," said Gamma. "Beta is a fake. Everyone knows I'm the real one around here." There we go. Their respective pleas given, the 3 statues returned to the frozen state as silence once again enveloped the city. "When you consider all of the statements, only one of them could be the real thing," said Vice. NieR furrowed his eyebrows and considered his answer. "Only one form is real, the others are false. The real form will always speak the truth, the false ones will only speak lies." What were the comments again? Think about it. So, I know Gamma said, "Well, a load of crap. Everyone knows I'm the real one." I actually don't remember. I remember what Beta said. Beta said that he's lying. I'm the real one around here. Oh, the first one was like, "You have to get me out of here. I'm the real one." I should have paid more attention. I honestly thought, I knew they were going to repeat the riddle part, but I thought that maybe they would give it the statements again. I'm gonna say beta because I only vaguely remember choosing beta when I played the original, but I could be remembering wrong. For all I know, I chose all of them at one point and reloaded and did it again. So I'm gonna go with beta. The real one is beta. Though NieR's voice betrayed a notable lack of confidence, he was relieved to see Vice nodding at him. If Alpha were telling the truth, began Vice in the dry tones of Electro. Beta and Gamma would be fakes, but in that case, Gamma's claim that Beta is fake would be the truth, even though Gamma is a liar. Therefore, that theory crumbles. God. Beta and Gamma would be fakes, but in that case, Gamma's claim that Beta is fake would be the truth, even though Gamma is a liar. Therefore, that theory crumbles. Now let us presume that Gamma spoke the truth. That makes Alpha and Beta liars. In this situation, however, Beta is calling Alpha a liar, which would leave us with two statues telling the truth. Finally, let us assume that Beta is telling the truth. If so, Alpha and Gamma's lies would make sense. Therefore, Beta must be real. I don't know if I actually ever solved this in the original, to be honest either. I understand the logic, but I don't know if I actually broke it down like that. As Vice finished his explanation, Alpha and Gamma crumbled soundlessly into dust, while Beta sprang to life once more. "Congratulations, villager," said Vice in a cheerful voice. "The time to awaken has arrived." "Thank you for saving me," cried the villager. He dropped to his knees and bowed his head as low as it could go before an uncomfortable NieR pulled him to his feet. "Why did you have a dream like this?" asked Vice. "Have you been to the city before?" The villager slowly looked around at the bizarre objects and sculptures that dotted the landscape, then shook his head. I don't think so. I mean, it's impossible, right? There's no way I could ever been to a place like this, but at the same time I feel like I've seen it before." "Deja vu," muttered NieR, "just like the mayor." The vague sense of unease that struck NieR during the mayor's dream spread once more through his mind.
That was rough.
I am positive I have seen that place before.
Okay, that's enough. Don't need you getting all weird on me too. Okay, there. Now all the villagers can wake up, right?
Leviathan?
Yes, if the mayor's assumption is correct. I think I have had enough wordplay to last a lifetime. Thank you very much.
Have you, though?
You're telling me. Anyway, let's go see the mayor.
I thought I was a goner there. Thanks for the help. What a strange dream. It almost felt familiar somehow.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you so much. Here, I have something for you.
Contain the one-handed sword.
Wow, this looks valuable. I can really have it?
Of course. It's apparently a weapon of some renown, but we have little use for it.
Well, we appreciate it.
Thank you again for everything.
Oh, I think, was this just a favor, basically? I mean, technically I got the sealed verse already, so I guess we could have left early. I didn't even notice that, like, there was an X already on there. Why does it say that? Is there one more weapon? In part 1 or something? I don't know why there would be a question mark down there. I don't... Let's see. This is pretty close to these two. Except it also has plus 20% magic power and much lighter. So I think this would be the one to do. Finally have a weapon to change to. Very similar though. Okay. Actually, no. I'm not gonna stop at this town. I'm probably gonna go to Seafront. Or the village. One of them. So that I can start farming materials off stream.
Oh, it was truly magnificent. There are no words. Really.
Neat. Let's get back to Pobla. She'll probably want to know what's going on in there.
You're so close to the core, I don't want to accidentally hit it. I'll just go back to NieR Village. Level up. I am about to, yes. Hey Benji, how's it going, man? Yeah, I mean, I would go for a little bit longer, but I intend to. I have to get up like at 6 a.m. tomorrow, so I'm ending early, than I would have planned to. No, I'm about to end. I'm just going to save right now. I had to get up at 6 a.m. It's 12:30 right now, so I can't stay up. I shouldn't be staying up that much longer. Otherwise, if I didn't have to get up tomorrow, I probably would be going until like 2 a.m. But yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. I appreciate it though, but sorry. I probably would have rated somebody else if I have anybody else for that might be streaming. Oh, the only other person I see streaming is you. You know what? Are you ending stream right now? Or raid you before you end stream. Let's go ahead and raid Benji. Raiding Benji. Hi Benji, we're gonna raid you before you end stream. End my stream now. We'll go over and say hi to Benji. Everybody and lurkers.